Hey, Rich here again, hiding from my children again, and figured, let me make another video before the weekend when the national championship semifinals and the rest of week 17 kind of take precedence, certainly when I'm back on the air on Monday's show. So, figured I'd take the time now to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Look, we in the NFL media and, of course, sports talk business, we like predictability. We like to figure out who has a shot at winning it all or winning on a certain night, who's got the team that can actually win it all, who's got the team that can win on any given night. We like predictability. Certainly, if there's anybody out there who puts hard earned American dollars on something like this, the Dallas Cowboys are totally unpredictable. I mean, they have the roster to win it all. They do. They've got the quarterback who can win it all. They've got a difference maker at wide receiver, at running back, can make the case two difference makers at running back. They've got an offensive line that can protect long enough to make this all work. They got a tight end who can catch 2 touchdowns on a Thursday night, like Dalton Schultz. They've got difference makers on defense at every level of their defense. And they got a difference maker kicker. This Brett Maher can boot it. So they've got difference makers in all three phases. So why don't they basically curb stomp a team like the Tennessee Titans on Thursday Night Football? And I understand there's no pictures in the standings, and I understand they beat the Houston Texans, and there's no photograph from that victory. And there's no photograph from, say, the loss in Green Bay where they were up by 14 points in Lambeau Field. There's no photographs again in the standings this morning. But it just seems to me that this team can win the Super Bowl, but they can also get bounced in the first round, can't they? Certainly, if they're going to face, as it seems to be, and I understand this team's pretty unpredictable too, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, if Joshua Dobbs can come on this team in the Tennessee Titans just mere days before starting and make his first career start and not have Derrick Henry and go out and make his throws, hit receivers with nice throws and hit wide open receivers with wobbly throws. If Joshua Dobbs can do this, what do you think Tom Brady's going to do at home in the opener of Wild Card Weekend for them both? What's he going to do with Mike Evans if Joshua Dobbs can hit Treylon Burks and Robert Woods? What's he going to do with Godwin? This is why I'm concerned if I'm the Dallas Cowboys. But they win. They come out with a win. They're struggling, and then all of a sudden Dak rips off a drive and does what a veteran savvy quarterback, which he is, can do on 3rd and long, which is extend the play and throw it all the way down the field and get a defensive pass interference penalty, as he did in the 3rd quarter last night, to go up by 2 scores in that game, only to have, obviously, the Titans make it tight again, but then the Cowboys pushed the pedal to the metal and made the plays and got out with the win. And they still can win their division. But why does it always seem that they just play down to the level of their competition more often than not? Why can't they go in and follow up that rousing win against the Philadelphia Eagles by telling the Tennessee Titans in a game in which they're not playing their best player and starting a quarterback in his first career start who just got with the team? Why can't they blow that team out? Why do they have to play down to the level of competition? I think in a way, the Cowboys, the perfect microcosm for Dallas, is that moment where Micah Parsons, who is a defensive player of the year candidate and one of my favorites, runs onto the field late, gets set, and makes the play for a tackle for loss. Like, that seems to me like the perfect microcosm of the Dallas Cowboys season, where you think they're unprepared, they can't do it, they're not doing it, but they make the play. And the question is, can they make the play a couple of weekends from now, because it's right around the corner, in Tampa or even in Carolina, which can come up with the win this weekend? Can Sam Darnold and DJ Moore connect in the same way that Joshua Dobbs and Treylon Burks did last night? And if you think this is unfair, well, I guess, the Dallas Cowboys have what it takes to win it all. And they can. They can. Can they go into Tampa and win that game? They should. How does that sound? Can they then go into Minnesota and win that game if that's where they go next? They should. They already have. They curb stomped Minnesota. They showed what they can do. Maybe they just need to take, the same approach that they took in that Minnesota game where they had something to prove and that they have a chip on their shoulder and that maybe they're an underdog, which technically they were going into that game. Maybe that's the way they need to approach every game, because sometimes they take the field saying, okay, we have a star on the side of our helmet and double-digit wins. We should get another one just by showing up. That's my take on Thursday Night Football. We'll see you on Monday. My guests are going to be Josh Allen of the Bills, Jamar Chase of the Bengals. That's a huge Monday night game. And Chris Long will also have his 2 cents, as he always does on a Monday. We'll see you back on the Rich Eisen Show Monday, fresh off of the college football championship playoff weekend, too.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.